How are you trying to take advantage of the extra practices that everybody's getting this year?
The way we're trying to take advantage of it is the first inclination for me to be would go to what we normally do this time of year, which is 2-a-days, 2-a-days, 1, 2-a-days, 2-a-days, 1, off. That's our typical week. Because we have more time this year, I don't feel it necessary to have to do that. So we're focused on, we've only practiced twice one day just because we want to get them used to having to do something in the morning, because we're going to have morning practices on the road when we play back-to-back, or we go somewhere and we have to get up in the morning and practice. So we just want to get them acclimated to that. And so what we're doing is we're on one practice a day, and we're lifting every day that we go one practice. So we're just trying to, and lifting is not going in there and lifting hard. We're just working on taking care of their bodies, activating muscles that get fatigued when they get in patterns and playing a lot of volleyball. So it's almost like they go through a recovery every morning in the weight room with Brian, and then we're getting great effort and high level play in the afternoons because they're fresh, they're feeling good, and sometimes in 2-a-days you're struggling to get through those and they're hitting the wall. So that's how we're taking advantage of it. And I would love to practice twice a day, but I think this is what's best for our team, and I really like it.
Are you still able to implement all the drills, all the system you want? You have enough time to do that?
Yeah, and what helps is, I mean, Taylor and Layla are still learning some of the drills, but everybody else knows the drills, so we just kind of bring them along. So, you know, it's not like we do a whole lot of drills, so once they learn them, they got them. But yeah, these guys, you know, a lot of them played all summer, so they came in, I would say, kind of more in playing shape than maybe a normal summer.
With Andy, what did you see or what did you hear about how she played with USA this summer?
Well, I watched some of the matches. I mean, she's now in her second year of college volleyball, and she's catching up and starting to figure out, you know, how athletic she is and how to use that to her advantage. So she's just becoming a better volleyball player, and you know, has more experience now. Instead of doubting that she can play, she knows she can play and be a great player. And so we're seeing it out there. I mean, she does some pretty impressive stuff.
What's the next step for her to level up even more?
For Andy?
Yep.
It's always blocking for middle blockers. Can you get better blocking?
What about Bergen Riley? How have you seen her command the gym so far and continue to level up?
Yeah, I would say, again, she's in her second year, so she's just way more calm, composed, knows what she needs to do. The thing about Bergen is when she makes a mistake, she just tells you before you even say anything. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's almost like a golfer. They're telling you in the swing, oh, I didn't do that right. You know, that's where she's at. That's really in tune with what she needs to do. And we're trying to open things up for her and let her be a little more free-flowing. And I think she's really good at that.
Taylor didn't have a normal spring like a lot of your players. How did she handle that, and how, you know, when you're working with her now, where's she at with her skills and conditioning?
Oh, I mean, she's right there. You know, I think the hardest thing when you haven't played a lot, and again, she was at USA for a while, for, you know, a couple of weeks. I don't know how hard they train or how intense it was, but we train, as you guys know, we go a lot of reps, we go at a fast pace, and I just think for her, it's sometimes she's not used to that, and so I think it just takes everybody a while to adjust to that. But I think she really likes it. I mean, she gave a very impressive talk last night to our team about what her why is, why she wants to play here, and why she wants to play volleyball. It was very, very impressive.
Earlier in the spring, you were talking about rebuilding the culture. You guys were doing the links thing, all that stuff. Are there any new kind of traditions or things that you guys are doing for the culture right now?
Yeah. So we got the chains hanging. I don't know if you saw them, but the chains are hanging out there. So that's a big theme. One of our other themes is we gave them a necklace that Kelly and Lindsay had made that have some of our key terms on it. So like we feel with each other for each other. So each player each week, Taylor has it right now, and next Monday she'll give it to another player just as a reminder. Another thing is this is the 50-year anniversary of Nebraska Volleyball. This is the 50th team. So we're doing a lot of stuff with our alumni, and our players are doing presentations about the alumni that they talk to and what they learn from them, and it's blown me away how good these things are. They're PowerPoints, and it's blew me away. So.
I'm sorry, you're not done, but having this team represent like kind of the 50 years of Nebraska volleyball, why are they kind of maybe the perfect group to embody that?
Well, I don't know if they're the perfect group, but we have a lot of, I think one of the things with college athletes today is it's about them, it's about how much money they can make, it's about how many followers they have. But the bottom line, it's always about Nebraska volleyball, and we want to connect them with the past. And, we got Lindsay who played 20 years ago. We've got Jordan who played 15 years ago. Kelly who played, 6, 7 years ago. And then we've got all these alumni around that are in Lincoln, and so we're tapping into them. So again, we honor the past, and there'll be, we're having, I think over 100 alumni are coming back for the red-white game. So we're trying to do things to these guys to understand. And I give them history lessons all the time because I was a history major. So we talk about those things, and I think it's important that they know that it always hasn't been this way. And so but they all think that this has always been this way for 50 years. They don't realize they didn't have uniforms, they didn't have locker rooms, they didn't fly on jets, So it's just really good to educate them and learn.
What is the talk amongst the locker room right now? Just how is everyone feeling ahead of the season?
I have no idea. I don't go in there, so I don't know. It depends who's talking, probably. But they've been all business in practice in the gym. I know that.
Is Jordan getting back?
Jordan just got back today. She's a little banged up. She had a crazy Uber driver in France. So, but I don't know. It was like, I don't know. It was just, the feeling seeing her walk in today was, I don't know, it was very uplifting.
Bring her medal with her?
She did not today, or at least I haven't seen it. I mean, she just literally got here when we met at 1:30. And she was, she must have got back yesterday and is here today. She wanted to take a few days off, and then I told her she wanted to take like 2 weeks off. I said, Jordan, when I was coaching in the Olympics in Barcelona, I flew from Barcelona and had tryouts at Wisconsin the next day. So why do you think you need 2 weeks off? She goes, okay. She was here. So
Why do you think it was uplifting seeing her walk in the gym?
she's Jordan. She's the governor. They had an amazing run. I didn't realize this, but this quad, they never won a championship in any of the big tournaments. And to get a silver medal, I think, was pretty impressive. And I thought she played great against Italy. But, Italy was on fire. Reminded me a lot of our national championship match. I mean, sometimes teams get there and they're really feeling it, and Italy was really feeling it.
Did you get a good practice report last week when you had to miss on Monday from Jalen and the players?
Yeah, it was good.
When was the last time you missed practice?
Last time I missed a practice was when my son was playing high school football. So I went to see a couple of his games. Missed a match and a practice. So.
Final questions for Coach? The outside hitter and middle blocker specifically, you brought back 2 starters. You added highly experienced regarded transfers in the portal. What does having that kind of experience depth do for your program throughout these preseason practices and into the season?
Well, they know what it takes. They got to learn how we do things here, and they're both really good learners. And but it just takes time to adjust in. And I still think there's some hesitation. They're not sure about things, but you know what? We're day 8 or 9 here, so. But those are players who have been in the wars and been in big matches, and so it's hard to coach. All right, we're good? All right.